Imagine being pulled out of your reality, guided by an unseen force, and transported into the middle of a dark, suffocating wasteland. You are standing at the edge of the world, staring into a barren wilderness. Out of the mist, a figure emerges. It is a woman, draped in heavy purple and scarlet fabrics. Every inch of her is glittering, weighed down by a fortune of gold, pearls, and precious stones. In her hand, she holds out a solid golden cup. But the chalice is not filled with wine. It is overflowing with filth, brimming with the vile acts of a corrupt world. She stumbles, entirely intoxicated. Yet her drunkenness comes from a terrifying source. She has gorged herself on the blood of the innocent, the saints and the martyrs who dared to stand against her. Then you see what is carrying her. She is riding astride a massive, terrifying scarlet beast. Its skin is covered in blasphemous names, and it rises from the dust with 7 heads and 10 sharp horns. Staring at this, you would feel exactly what the author of Revelation felt: total, paralyzing awe in the presence of a creature that embodies worldly corruption. Her identity is not left to the imagination. Inscribed across her skin is a name that serves as a warning: Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. This desert vision serves as a definitive, coded prophecy. It lays out the expiration date for human greed and the structures of worldly power. The tension snaps when the angel guiding this journey steps forward and asks a single piercing question: why do you marvel? The angel begins to strip away the confusion. These symbols, the beast and the woman, map the collision between worldly power and its inevitable end. We start with the Scarlet Beast. It acts as the muscular foundation for Babylon, serving as the military and political apparatus that props up her glittering corruption. The angel describes its existence through a terrifying paradox. This entity was and is not, and will ascend out of the bottomless pit. This timeline is a weapon of deception. By appearing to die off, by entering the phase where it is not, the beast tricks the inhabitants of the earth into a false sense of security. It creates the illusion of a defeated evil, only to suddenly resurface from the abyss. The beast is a recurring cycle. It represents the concentration of totalitarian power throughout history, rising from the ashes of its own ruins, marching relentlessly toward its destination: total ruin. The angel breaks down the physical anatomy of this monster, cautioning that understanding it requires a mind equipped with wisdom. This diagram maps out the angel's explanation. The 7 heads of the beast represent 7 mountains, which symbolize a sequential lineage of empires or kings. The chronology is exact. 5 of these global powers have already fallen into ruin. 1 currently reigns in the present moment of the vision. The 7th is yet to come, and when it arrives, it will hold on to power for only a short window of time. Then comes a complication: an 8th king. The angel explains that this 8th power is of the 7. It is the beast itself, a final manifestation that draws its strength from the legacy of the empires that preceded it. Moving to the 10 horns, the angel explains these are future kings. They hold no kingdoms yet, but they are destined to receive total authority for a single brief 1 hour alongside the beast. This entire geopolitical alliance exists for one doomed objective. Together, they pool their immense military and political strength to wage an all-out war against the divine Lamb. At the very peak of its power, when this dark global empire appears unstoppable, a fatal fracture splits it wide open from the inside. The 10 kings and the beast suddenly turn. They fix their gaze on the glittering woman they has been carrying on their backs, and their subservience mutates into hatred. They dismantle Babylon, they strip her of her wealth, they consume her flesh, and they burn her to ash. This is the brutal irony at the heart of the prophecy. The superpower is structurally incapable of surviving its own ambition. It engineers its own horrific downfall. To understand how a system this large collapses, we look at the final symbol, the waters the woman sat upon. The angel reveals these waters are the vast multitudes, nations, and languages that propped up the corrupt system. This betrayal follows a higher architecture. God put the impulse into the hearts of these kings to agree, to hand over their power, and to destroy Babylon in order to fulfill his purpose. The unified war against the Lamb ends in complete collapse. The Lamb overcomes the beast, proving definitively that he is Lord of Lords and King of Kings. No matter how wealthy or heavily armed the systems of greed appear today, they carry the seeds of their own destruction. They are temporary illusions, destined to consume themselves. In the end, divine justice has the final word.